All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and we have a solar power update. Actually, right now we can see we're doing about 600. It was 610, but usually around 600 watts now, and we are using 538 watts in mining. So I have my INI miner hooked up to this thing with two new solar panels. The other one we did in the previous video, this guy right here, we're no longer using it because I did get an upgrade. And just to show you kind of what I got going on in terms of what I'm mining with, we got, turn this down a bit because the exposure is a little high. Where is that little guy? Right here. So this is our INI miner right there. So just to run through this box again right quick, this was sent to me from Blue Eddy here. It's definitely helped me offset my power costs. It is an off-grid, I guess, backup power supply. Actually hooks to the grid, but it won't supply power back into the grid. We do have some prompts here. USB-C here, 160 watt one. Then we have some standard USBs and then a USB-C 100 watt one right there. 4 plugs. Well, our exposure is super high here. Here we have our solar input. It has downflaws here, like the 60 volt and the 20 amp and 1000 watt max. This is why I'm only seeing upwards of 600 watts on this, is because we're limited to only 20 amps. So we'll look at the solar panels and it'll make a bit more sense to you. So you can put in a bunch more amperage over that, but it will limit it to 20. Now we only have a maximum of 60 volts. Never go over your voltage when it comes to this machine here, because you will wreck your MPPT controller. So I'm running about 37 volts, which is one single panel, and then I'm running 2 panels in parallel so that I'm increasing my amperages. And obviously my amperages is over 20 amps, but this will limit it, keeping it down here. And that's why I'm only seeing 600 watts, because my panels are both 445 watts each. Now we got some cloud cover coming in, we're only getting 290 watts, so that sucks. All right, so now we're going to run over to where the panels and stuff are. So we're just coming around the corner here. We got some cloudiness happening, so I'm coming along the side. Can't really see through here, but we'll just come through here. And then we got the side. So this is the south side facing operation, and these are my 2 panels right here. So these are 2 JA Solar 445 watt panels here. I can't 100% remember what the specs are. I'll bring them up. I got them on my phone 1 second. All right, so it looks like the sun came out again, so everything's probably overexposed. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit here, and now it's dimming down again. But when it comes to these, we have a VOC voltage of 39.1 volts. Obviously, if I hook these in series, we would be upwards of almost 80 volts, just shy of it. So this would be way over that 60 volt range. That's why I'm hooking them in parallel, and our amps will increase. So the max power voltage when they're being used is 32.65 here, and then our short circuit is 14.4 amps, and our max power current is 13.63 amps. So our amps will stack as you add them in parallel. So add your amps up together, and that's where we are. But again, even though these can put out more, that box in there is limited to only 20 amps. So that's why I'm only seeing 600 watts. But these are the new panels I have now, south facing. Now I gotta think of what I'm gonna do, because the neighbor's house is kind of close. We'll get shade in here. Same with these trees when they start going up. I have all this space here coming down. Like here is our yard, and then our backyard, kind of our garden and stuff in here. And then we got this backyard this way, like so. So I'm debating, which way I want to run all these. I'm wondering if I could find a way to kind of put them all up on the side of the house and shed it here, but the wife kind of says, no, don't do that. It's going to look ugly. But, we're trying to figure out how to mitigate as much solar as possible. So this is kind of the yard that I have to work with. South facing is right here. And then obviously, we have east and then west. And, that's what things are looking like right now. But so far, we are beginning the journey. We got some bigger solar panels, and we're starting to pump out a little more power than we did before. This is my dog, Sasha. Sasha, say hello. Say hello with the snow on your nose. All right, guys, so here we are back at the power box. Looks like we're back to that 600 watt range. And again, we're charging the battery as well, running this for free, mining some INI, which is one of the most profitable miners on the market right now. And we're not paying any power costs for it. So if you're looking for one of these boxes and stuff, obviously I will have links down in the description for it. A couple things I want to point out if you have not seen my first video is it is plugged into the grid here. So when I don't have enough solar or the battery's too low, this will automatically kick into the grid, and the grid will maintain the power of whatever you're running. And if there's a little bit of sun out there, it'll charge the battery to an X amount and then start using the battery again. But at nighttime, you know, when you run out of battery, no solar because the sun's down and stuff, it will automatically kick the grid in and you won't have any downtime on your miners. If that's how you choose to run it. Maybe you don't want to run anything at nighttime and you can just make it so it just kills everything right there. But I have it set so it's offsetting everything as much as possible, and that way when everything runs down it will kick in that grid, and then I continue to mine 24/7. And then, you know, you can plug in some lower charge miners like the mini bit axes and stuff, and in that video you can see it ran all night with a charger battery because they use a lot less power. Anyway guys, just a quick update on my solar expedition. I got some bigger panels here. Obviously I need some bigger inverters so that I can get even more panels because I'm already limited on this little guy. So because of that 20 amps maximum all I can do, and we should be putting up more amps, we should be getting, you know, around 850 watts or so out of these panels. So, you know, I'm a couple hundred watts shy to be plugging in even more stuff to here. So I need bigger inverters. You know, the Apex 300 looks absolutely an awesome beast. I don't have the opportunity to try that yet, but we'll see what the future holds. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Some inverters and stuff that you think are really great that I should try to check out or something. Let me know. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.